Uppercut, uppercut, sonic boom! Well, hello there, humans, hippies, earthlings, whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, and whoever you are lucky enough indeed to be doing it too. Welcome back to channel. I'm Bushka, and today's video is all about making you a better PUBG mobile player. This is a Saveni hot drop. I do a lot of solo squatting on Asia, and it's just a play style that you develop where you really start noticing things within the game and using those to improve your gameplay. Basically, you're just a sponge, and the game is giving you heaps of information. Right now, for instance, I know that there is a huge amount of gunfighting going down the other end of town, the north end of town. I saw a lot of parachutes drop there. I saw parachutes drop the other side of the road. What that gunfight means to me is that the two squads who have dropped down there are engaged, and I don't really have to worry too much about my north flank right now. I am able to do some hard looting, try and get some guns, try and find myself a scope. I'm just weighing it all up. You can hear boom, boom, happy days. Another thing that I'm going to do here that's really important. Oh, and before I forget, there is a little trick, parkour trick at the end of this video that may well win you games. It certainly won me this one, and well, you'll know it when you see it. And I've done it before, but I don't know if it's one that everyone knows. Also, just let your bots come in. If it's an early game, let the bots come in. You can't loot them out there without getting yourself rinsed by someone down the other end with an M416 ready to spray you. So let them come in, shoot them in the feet so you don't hurt any armor they might be wearing, and then loot them. Like, voila. Just be a bit patient. Now, there's the gunshots coming from across the road. So I'm now starting to move back to get in a position to overlook both sides. And I do that from the top of this 3-stack where I can look left and right. Oh, hello. Now, that bronze Murado that's coming in behind him, he's not in that squad. He's not in that squad. Like, you're going to know this is going to be a feature. And that parkour trick, I will show it to you at the end. You're going to love it. I normally wouldn't risk what I'm about to do, but I feel pretty certain that that guy was rotating alone and he was a knock. And I think the only reason he'd take a risk like that to get over here is if he had the room key. And I wanted the room key. It costs me a lot. And if I could go back in time, I would tell you that that was a big mistake and I should have been more patient, because I didn't end up getting to use the room key till after I'd killed everyone anyway. So it made absolutely no bloody difference. And it nearly knocked me out of the game way early. So this is the rest of his squad. They're starting to do the Asia thing where they circle around and they all get flanks and angles. I'm not going to be greedy here. A lot of the time when you die in these solo squad situations, it's like you get a knock and then you try and push everyone at once. And basically, I got my knock there. I'm just going to leave him alone. I'm going to see if we can leverage that into a mistake by these guys. And that's exactly what we're going to do. You'll see we're just going to hold our angle and wait. We're being pretty sweaty. That's fine. We're solo squatting. It's 1v4 at all times. Like, remember that. And don't feel bad about it. There he is. There's the mistake. Excellent. We're not going to thirst him from the same window. We change the angle. We change the height. And then we get the thirst. So we're going to give them the knockback. They can get the revive there that they were looking for on the first guy. And it's now a 2v1. This is where I make another mistake. I forget all about the guys at the north end. Oh, hello. Yeah, there's someone out there. There is someone out there. Genius. In fact, I don't think they're the same squad. And I think it is my mate in the brown Murado. So I move all the way back here and they push me again. And I managed to knock and thirst another. No real danger there. There's only one guy left. And it is, in fact, the original guy that I knocked around the back of that 3-stack. Now, a big mistake that I used to make a lot in PUBG Mobile was in giving too much respect to my opponents. And that's a thing that I'm doing here. See that guy in the brown Murado? I'm pretty certain that's the same guy that hit me while I was in the gunfight before, third-partied, and who also drove into town on his own. You're going to hear him fire 2 guns in a sec. He's trying to imitate a bot. Right, whatever. Like, you'll hear him kick off. But I think that he is in this squad. Now, I'm looking at my kill count. This is what's confusing me. I'm looking at the kill count. I've got 5 kills. I know 2 of those are bots. And I know there's a guy here. So they can't really be in the same squad. But I'm afraid that when I poke up to shoot the guy that's on my left, I'm going to get drilled by a dude from the back who's just sitting there waiting for me. And the blue is coming in. I'm not exactly resource heavy here. And I don't want to get camped out, but at the end, I just decide this has to be a solo. And it is. I gave far too much credit, and people aren't that clever. Look, you can see this guy in the brown Murado driving off. If you look at the top of the screen here, exiting Saveni, you'll just see a Murado drifting off into the distance. Like, he did a lot of stuff that was cool. Like, that's fair enough. If you're playing and you're alone, absolutely do everything you can to win the game. No qualms whatsoever. We're now moving on towards the final engagement. I'm going to show you a great spot here that you might want to use yourself in the future, because this is a position that can really reap some benefits if the circle's right. It's not great if you get pushed from the west, but it's an excellent position if you've got a vehicle and you just want to survey what's going on around you. You don't even have to get out of the car. You can just sit in here. Generally, I'll switch to the passenger seat so that the engine will turn off and no one else will know I'm here. But you can sit in here and you'll get a really, really good view of everything that's going on around you. It's very, very hard for someone to sneak up on you from anywhere apart from the west. And even then, you've got a great angle to shoot them. I see someone lying down up here. I'm going to miss some sniper shots here. I'm only stepped away from the cookie jar. And we missed a cracking sniper shot there. That was pretty bad. And then he gets run over. Well, there you go. Excellent. Works for me. And I'm waiting for those guys to go and loot. And I don't know where that went. It must have gone over the top of his head. And then someone shoots at them, so he leaves before that sniper shot can hit. And now I'm just rolling into the trees. Now, something you're going to see me do here is in the middle of the engagement, I'm going to stop and I'm going to look around. You got to get used to doing this. I can't tell you how many times I've stopped and looked around and there's a bad guy coming towards the sounds of my shots. You don't have to do it consistently, like every 10 seconds. Although sometimes I do, depending on whether or not I know that there's someone around me. And particularly if I'm right on the edge of the circle. If I'm right on the edge of the circle, I want to know exactly where people are. And I don't know about you, but I'm spending an awful lot of time looking where there are not people. So now I'm pushing into what I think is the best position in the zone. And lo and behold, there are a bunch of grubs here. I think that guy might have been AFK. He sure as hell wasn't great. Neither is his mate here. They were both absolutely terrible. I don't know what to tell you. They were terrible. I can't make much out of that one. That was just... And here comes a car pushing in. Now, they're going to take out the door here. Now, when you take out the door, that really sucks, because one of the benefits of this house is that when the circle comes right up to the borders of this house, you can jump on the roof through the door. And here we go. Lovely little bit of work there. But you can actually still do it if you get... Well, you've got to learn how to do this, because it doesn't feel natural at first, but you want to get up on the railing. And the railings, if you try and edge all the way across to get up on the railing like you would on, say, the red 2 stacks, like you get the 6-pack at George Pole Town. Oh, there's a guy out there who's come out of the blue and immediately starts looting a crate. Doesn't heal, just starts looting a crate. Mate, always get the heal in first. Always get the heal in first. And the last 3 guys are up the top. There's a duo and a solo. And you're going to see the game-winning play, really, for me. There is obviously someone pushing up top. I'm waiting to get a good angle. There's our bloke in the ghillie suit up there, giving him a chance to get involved. Headshot, knock. Just hit him again and again. Friendly reminder that you should not be standing in front of an M24. Oh, and he's spun out. And that's the squad. Um, this is where I want to get on the roof, but the door has already been ripped off. And I'm going to show you how you actually climb on these roofs. You can hear someone has run up to either the tree or the rock. I'm not sure which. You have to jump sideways and then vault straight up. And if you can do it quickly and do it smooth, you can have a huge advantage. People will take those doors out all the time so that people can't climb on the roof. And it doesn't actually stop you if you've done it often enough. You can do it really, really quickly and really, really easily. Just like that. The guy, unfortunately, he was not at the rock. He was, in fact, behind the tree. So it takes a bit of damage there, and I'm like baffled now because I'm like, that guy never moved from behind the tree if he's behind the tree. And if he's behind the rock, you can see me reset my grenade. My brain is thinking like, is he over there? Like I heard his footsteps. Maybe he's run down and then lay down in the grass and crawled off and I've missed him. But then when I see the smoke over there, I'm like even more certain that he's got to be behind the tree because the rock, he'd be on fire behind the tree. Oh my God, that's like a meter short. Little early. That's a fake Bren. And then one comes back in and I'm like, yep, saw that. He's over there. So he's going to start chucking Grens and mollies. Now he's got a lot of throwables and I'm getting very worried here. So what I'm going to do is fire from this side, get him interested over here, and then I'm going to run all the way back to the other side. Just wait a second. Here we come. Here we go. I'm going to have to duck under the bottom of the roof ridge to do that, and that's where I expect his next throwable to go, if indeed he has any left. And he does. And he smokes that side of the roof, which is fine by me because here comes the blue and there's the dinner. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope it helps you improve your gameplay. I'm not a conqueror killer. I win a lot of games solo squatting, playing with my brain rather than being a fantastic gun player because I'm 51. Your eyeballs and your movement, it doesn't get better the older you get. Okay. Anyway, remember to like the video and subscribe. Stick around, and if you've got any videos you'd like to see made, why not leave a comment below and I'll get cracking with it. Until next time, look after yourselves, stay safe on the battlefield, and bye for now.